Jenna Bush Hager has spent most of this year searching for a replacement for her former co-star Hodak. Today with Jenna and Friends has taken the position of Today with Hoda and Jenna under Hager's direction. However, as on August 18th, pre-recorded parts will take the place of Live Today with Jenna and Friends, shows that featured Hager and a special guest host. Nobody should be shocked by that. There's a rationale behind it. It looks like Hager is taking a well-earned break from the show. The ideal way for her to end the summer is with a family trip to Italy. Hager has been sharing pictures of her family vacation in Italy, including her husband Henry and their daughters Hao, 6, Poppy, 10, and Mila, 12. According to Television Insider, one of her shared photos showed her and Henry on the balcony of their hotel in Rome, which had an amazing view. Additional pictures featured her kids lounging on a sofa in the lobby, the pool, and Henry helping their son Hao. The hotel pool was featured on Instagram story with the remark, 10 minutes from Roma Center in heaven. Pools and gardens to spend afternoons after touring. Bush Today with Jenna and Friends showing pre-recorded shows while Hager is on vacation shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. In August, several talk shows and their hosts go on vacation. Parade claims that The View has been running reruns while the women have been taking a rest for a few weeks to rejuvenate. For viewers of Today, the next obvious question is when Hager will be back on the show. According to the Today program website, pre-recorded episodes will continue to air on Friday, August 29th. Due to the Labor Day holiday on Monday, September 1st, Hager won't be available in person again until Tuesday, September 2nd. The names of Hager's final group of guest presenters for her return from her holiday in Italy have not yet been made public on the website. As September draws near, perhaps Hager will soon have a new permanent co-host. However, we'll confess that we've come to adore it when she invites various guest hosts. Jenna and Guthrie sisters, Bush and Hager, behaved more like enemies than friends when talking about their nuptials on the Wednesday, August 20th episode of Today with Jenna and Friends. In answer to Hager, 43, Guthrie, 53, said she was not invited to her wedding to Henry Hager in Texas Hill Country on May 10, 2008, although she did remember being in Crawford, Texas that same weekend. She oversaw Michael Feldman and Guthrie's March 15, 2014 marriage in Tucson, Arizona, as revealed by her previous affairs. Then Guthrie grabbed control of the story. "I wasn't invited either," Hager interrupted. She also says we never had a friendship. However, Hager, who has worked with her buddy since Guthrie joined the Today team in 2011, made the addition. To which Guthrie replied, "No, it was a small wedding. We were friends. We can't do this again." The show has never discussed the beefs, Hager added. "We would be each other's bridesmaids if their wedding were to happen today," Guthrie said. "Definitely," Hager answered, nodding. "We are our children's godmothers." Despite what Hager says, this is not the first time the two have debated this issue on television. In 2019, despite the fact that they were merely work friends, she chastised Guthrie for failing to invite her. "If I had known that you would have become one of my lifelong best friends, then I would have invited you," Guthrie said at the time. The absence of one of today's most familiar faces, Jenna Bush Hager, prompted many queries among the show's viewers. Jenna was well known for her upbeat attitude, precise set was shocking. Following the abrupt and inexplicable transition, fans quickly rushed to social media to speculate as to why the long-standing host had left the show. Jenna and her co-host Kot are one of the most beloved pairs in daytime television, and the Today program has always been a haven of constancy and reliability. As a result, many were perplexed and anxiously anticipating explanations when Jenna was conspicuously absent from the anchor desk. The cause for her abrupt absence was eventually made public after weeks of conjecture, and it was much more intimate and sentimental than anyone could have had predicted. A family issue. As it happens, Jenna's absence was brought on by a very private family matter that required her immediate attention. Jenna later revealed to her supporters that she had to take some time off to be with her family during a trying period, even though the details of the matter were initially kept under wraps. She explained that her parents, in particular, needed her presence and support. As many people are aware, Jenna places a great deal of importance on her family, and she has never shied away from discussing how her family's dynamics have influenced both her life and her business. As with many people, Jenna's parents, the pillars of her upbringing, were her mother, former First Lady Laura Bush, and her father, former President George Bush, and her relationship with them is indisputable. Given that her family was dealing with a difficult situation that necessitated her taking a temporary leave of absence from her work obligations, it became clear that Jenna could not ignore the issue, the cost and emotions. In an exclusive interview, Jenna discussed the emotional toll the situation took on her, acknowledging that she felt conflicted between her roles as a sister and daughter and her obligations as a television personality. With tears in her eyes, Jenna remarked, "I never expected having to make such a difficult decision, but family comes first." She also said that having to balance the responsibilities of her job with the emotional burden of providing for her loved ones was a heartbreaking time for her. It was clear that the decision to take time off was not made lightly. Even though Jenna did not elaborate on the specifics of the family situation, it was extremely personal, but she felt she had to make it in order to support her family, even if it meant taking a break from her regular duties on Today. Support from fans and co-hosts. During her absence, the Today family, which includes Hodak as well as other adored anchors like Craig Meldon and Al Roker, came together to support Jenna. As a longtime friend and coworker of Jenna's, Hodak publicly offered her support, assuring viewers that Jenna was taking the time she needed to spend with her family. Since Hodak had previously taken time off from the show to attend to family concerns, she had personal experience with the value of family and the necessity of personal time. Jenna is taking some time to be with her family, and we fully support her, Otis said in an emotional statement to the audience. "We're all here for her when she's ready to go back because we understand how important her family is to her. We want her to know that we love and care for her during this difficult time." Fans of Today showed their amazing support. Social media was inundated with thousands of messages of love and support, as well as concerns regarding Jenna. Numerous fans expressed their admiration for her sincerity and their respect for her decision to prioritize her family during a trying time. "Jenna, you are loved and admired by so many of us," one fan wrote on Twitter. "We'll be waiting for you when you get back. So take as much time as you need. We totally understand that your family comes first." Another fan commented, "Jenna, your love and strength for your family are so inspiring. We're sending you all of our good vibes. Family is the most important thing." It was clear that Jenna had built a strong and supportive following of viewers who respected her for her accomplishments in the workplace as well as her genuineness as a person. Her absence not only created a gap on the Today set, but also served as a reminder of the importance of family and the sacrifices that often come with balancing work and personal obligations. The return of Jenna. After taking some time to spend with her family, Jenna returned to Today with a touching message for her audience. Her radiant smile and kind demeanor as she stepped onto screen gave everyone confidence that she was back and stronger than ever. Jenna thanked her supporters and coworkers for their unwavering support while she was away. With emotion in her voice, she stated, "I want to thank everyone for their kind words and love. My family has been going through a difficult time, but I'm thankful for the time I was able to spend with them. I'm ready to resume my passions now, and I want to thank everyone who supported me along the way. I'm so fortunate to have such an amazing community supporting me." Jenna continued by saying that although the situation had been difficult, it had also strengthened her bonds with her family and taught her the importance of setting aside time for the things that really matter in life. When life presents us with challenges, we sometimes have to step back and really assess what matters most. That has always been my family, and I appreciate the support I've received.